What's up guys, it's Kevin Pack here. Welcome to my channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about some serious money. As you guys know, the Rona has caused the government to offer out programs that are going to help small businesses out financially. And a couple of them are the SBA loan and the EIDL program, or the EIDL program. Now, a bit of background about these two. They both come from the SBA, which is the Small Business Administration, and they offer two different things. One is going to be the EIDL program, or the EIDL program, and this stands for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. And this loan is supposed to be a forgivable loan, and it's supposed to be in advance. And it was supposed to be intended to be up to $10,000, or I think it was supposed to be set at $10,000 per person who applied, but somehow it ended up being only $1,000 per employee when you applied. So depending if you had one employee or two employees, you might get $1,000 or you might get $2,000, but it wasn't going to be the full $10,000, which was what the bill was originally supposed to be intended for. So that's what it is, and now they're fighting over on why it's not the $10,000 and instead it's like this $1,000 per employee, and they're trying to figure it out. But go figure, right? Now, the second loan is going to be the SBA loan, and this one is directly from the SBA. They're both from the SBA, but this one's just generally called the SBA loan, and it comes with the EIDL program as well. But this loan is a 30-year fixed loan, and it's not forgivable, and it's up to $150,000. Now, I applied for the EIDL program in hopes that I was going to get that $10,000 advance, but instead I got offered and approved for an $81,000 loan. Now, although this loan is not forgivable and $80,000 is a lot, the agreement terms are pretty attractive. So I'm debating on it, but in this video, we're going to be going over the agreement and kind of just looking over everything, giving you my thoughts on it. So you guys can see what it's going to look like if you applied as well, and then also give you my thoughts if I'm actually going to take it or not. Now, of course, I am not an accountant or a CPA or a lawyer. This is just going to be my personal opinion and thoughts about the agreement, and also just kind of like my experience with it as well. I'm just a normal business owner that's been affected by the Rona, just like a lot of you other people. So we're just going to be going through this as my own personal experience. So don't take anything as direct advice or anything like that. This is just my personal opinion and experience. This may be something that's going to help you in your business and something that you may need, and it might be something that I may need. So we're going to go over and check it out. Now, of course, before we head on to my computer, I'm going to show you guys my current sales of my business, so you guys know I'm an actual business owner and not just some random Asian guy talking on the internet. So if you guys don't already know, I am an online business owner. I have my own business that sells products on Amazon, and I do private labeling on Amazon, also known as Amazon FBA. So that's my current business, and that's my bread and butter. That's my main income. So I'm going to show you guys right here. All right, so you guys see that is my sales so far. I'm gonna refresh. Boom, there you go. So that's a recap of my business. So my business is doing about $32,000 in the past 30 days, and steadily growing as well. I have a few more units coming in, products coming in, inventory coming in that I'm super excited to be launching soon. But we're gonna go over to my computer and we're gonna look over this loan. As a side note, referring to the EIDL loan, or the EIDL loan, they just reopened their applications. They just reopened it up so you can basically qualify for this $1,000 grant. Okay, this is a grant, not a loan. This is $1,000 per employee that you'll get, including yourself. You are also included as an employee for your business or side hustle, whatever. So this is literally like a free $1,000 for anybody who has a side hustle. It doesn't matter what it is. You could do just like personal training on the side. You could do like Uber on the side. It doesn't matter whether you're a small business owner or a side hustle. If you have any business on the side that you do, you can apply for this and get a free $1,000 per employee that you have. And then one employee includes yourself. So this was closed out about a month or so ago, but now they just reopened it. Okay, so you know how I just told you guys how they're discussing what to do with this and why no one got a $10,000 loan, instead they got $1,000 per employee. Well, now just today, as of it's freaking 7 p.m. Monday, June 15th, they just reopened it, so you can go here and apply. So you just go to covid19relief.sba.gov. You'll end up on this portal here, and then you'll just go in here and you'll click on your eligibility. Basically, everyone's going to be applicant for a business that has less than 500 employees. And then after you check that, you're going to go down here, and then you're going to check all of these. Make sure you read through these carefully. But for the most part, this is going to apply for almost everyone who has a small business. come up on here, and you're gonna put your legal business name, whether it's your own name or if it's like you have a different name for your business. Your trade name is the same thing as your business name. Then you're gonna put your EIN number or your social security number, whichever works best. Check your organization type. I'm a limited liability company or LLC. Most people are gonna be sole proprietors. That's basically what you're gonna choose. You're gonna put no for nonprofit, then you're gonna put your gross revenue, which is basically how much you've made in your business in the last 12 months before the beginning of 2020, and then how much cost of goods sold. So that means like the price you paid, whether it's for inventory or anything like that. That's what it is. But if you have like a service business, it's probably just gonna be 0. That's all you're gonna put. Business activity, you're gonna put whatever it is. Business services. Look, so you could literally apply to any of these. If you fall under any of these categories, I mean, you're going to be in it. So for me, I'm under retail. That's what I do. So maybe some of you guys might be under health services, food and beverage, finances, communication, business services, wholesale, any of those. And then this is where you're gonna put your number of employees. So this is important. If you only have yourself, you're the only worker for your side hustle or your business, you're gonna include that as 1. If you have any other employees, you're gonna include those plus yourself. So for myself, my business, I have 1 employee, Glorious, and I include myself. So I will put 2 under here. Boom. And here you're gonna check if your business is owned by a business entity. This is gonna be no. Most people are gonna be no. This mostly just gonna be your own individual self. Then you're gonna put your own ownership. You're gonna be the full owner of your side hustle, your business. Then you're gonna read through these and make sure you don't apply. Make sure you're not criminal. Put no all these. Boom. Then if anyone assisted you, then you're just gonna put them there. But you're obviously gonna be doing this yourself. I hope. And then you want to put if you would like to be considered to the advance of $1,000 or $10,000. So this is different. Remember, this is a free grant, not a loan. This is an advance on your loan, but this is just a grant. Okay, so you're not gonna have. They're gonna make you an offer, right? They're gonna give you an offer of like say $1,000, right? But then on top of that, they're gonna give you another offer of like a $50,000 loan. Okay, so what you'll get is basically $49,000 that you can loan. But that is optional. You don't have to take the $49,000. But instead, that $1,000 you get, you can take that, and that you don't have to repay that. It's non-refundable. You don't have to do anything. That's free money that you can use for yourself or whatever you want. Okay, for your business. And then you're gonna put your bank name and information, and then hit next, and then that's it. All right. So just want to announce that. Hopefully, this was really helpful for you guys. Get on it. This is just free money that you can apply for. If you're unsure, you might as well just apply for it, okay? It's better than nothing, trying it, okay? This is money being given out. So go out there, apply for it. If you have any type of business or side hustle, anything like that, go for it and apply for it, okay? Take advantage of the situation. You don't lose anything by applying. So go for it. When in doubt, apply. Let's go over it. So when you get approved for the loan, you'll get an email like this. And then you'll be able to look through your account and view your account. So once you've already logged into your account, you're going to see the amount that is approved and that your application approved. You verified your identity, and now it's going to ask you to basically sign the document. So we're gonna hit continue here. All right, so then right here we have the whole loan authorization agreement. I don't know how many pages it is, but it's a decent amount of pages. Now in this agreement, I'm just gonna go over kind of the major points, and it's basically, I'm gonna look at the terms and then also the basically what you can do with the loan amount, and then what you shouldn't do with the loan amount, and what qualifies as like a default. So here's the loan authorization and agreement, and it's basically saying, you know, my company is looking to take a loan of $81,400, and you can see here that this is the terms of it. This is the main thing. So my monthly payments with principal and interest is gonna be $397 per month. And here's the great thing about this. It starts 12 months from the date of this note, this promissory note, okay? So I don't have to make any payments for 12 months. That's amazing, all right? Now, afterwards, it's going to be 30 years. And now from what I heard is that of that 30 years, it's actually going to include the 12 months, that first year, okay? So it's not going to be 12 months and then 30 years after. I believe, from what I understood, from what I've done on my research, that it's 30 years including that first year that's deferred. The interest rate is at a 3.75, which is decently low. I mean, that's freaking lower than my Tesla loan, to be honest. And the payment terms, they require you to keep a date of all your receipts and balances, so you need to be very, very organized. My plan with this is if I take this loan that I'm gonna put it in a separate banking account, so it's easier to track all the expenses that I take out of it or how I'm gonna be using that money. So if I just put it all in my business account, it's just gonna be kind of messy, so I'd rather just separate it and then do it from there. If we go a little bit lower, the collateral. So this is basically saying for anyone who takes a loan that's over $25,000 that the SBA can basically use collateral against you. And this means that everything you own is going to be somewhat in their control, I guess, or it can be used in case like you default on your loan. So if you don't make any payments, or you don't pay back them in any way, or you use them the wrong way, then they can use your assets and your property as collateral. All right, we're gonna move down to use of the loan proceeds. Borrower will use these proceeds as a loan as working capital to alleviate economic injury caused by disaster occurring in the month of January. So basically they're saying that you need to be using this loan only for working capital, okay? Working capital. So you can't use this to like pay yourself. You can't use this to pay off any other loans. You can't be doing anything like that. It's going to be mostly used just for your business. Well, mainly used just for your business. The borrower has to obtain the itemized receipts and retain these receipts for 3 years. So we have to keep track of all the receipts for the next 3 years, make sure that's all organized. This is exactly why I'm going to be opening up a separate bank account for this, so that it's easier to see all the transactions. The borrower will not use directly or indirectly any of the portions to relocate. The law prohibits any use of the proceeds for this loan to voluntarily relocate the business in the area. So you can't use any of the money to relocate your business. You can't move anywhere. You can't be doing any of that. The borrower will, to the extent feasible, purchase only American-made equipment and products with the proceeds of this loan. So the extent feasible. So what I plan on using this loan for is basically using it for inventory. So they say that you have to use this money for working capital. This means that you need to spend it on everything that's going to keep your business alive and running. Not necessarily made for expansion, so meaning like opening up more business or like opening up another like warehouse or something like that, but everything you need to maintain your business. So that means, paying for the rent of your building, your current building, or paying for any supplies, advertising, insurance. These are all the things that are necessary to maintain your business and keep it alive. So what I'm going to be using it for is to buy inventory, because that's what is going to maintain my business. If I don't have inventory, my business is not alive. So I'm going to be using it to buy inventory and maintain my inventory for as long as I can, of course. And so the only thing that I'm kind of like skeptical about is they saying to the extent feasible to buy American-made products, but my products are made from China, but I sell in the US. So it's sourced from China, but sold in the US. So that's where I'm gonna have to talk to my accountant about that and see like, okay, is this okay for me to do? So like at what degree am I able to actually use this money safely? Because I ain't trying to get defaulted or get in trouble with all this. All right, so here are the penalties and result of violation of it. So if borrower violates any terms of the condition of this loan authorization agreement, the loan will be in default, and SBA may declare all or any parts indebtedness immediately due. So basically, if you default on your payments, you don't pay anything, or you're using it the wrong way, you start paying yourself or something like that. So they're gonna they have the right to call for all of your debt immediately back. So they'll be like, hey, you gotta pay up right now. You gotta pay up right now. You gotta pay up all that's left or the whole thing. So default. So any of these will qualify as a default. Borrower is in default if the note does not make a payment when it's right there. L, if you die, you default on the loan, that's for sure. It also does say that if the SBA wants to audit you, and they do have a right to audit you, then you'll need to get your own accountant to do the audit for you, basically. So you'll have to pay upfront to do an audit if they require that from you. Now, the misuse of funds, they say that if anyone does use this funds in the wrong way, like paying yourself or anything like that, the SBA can tell you that you owe 1.5 times the proceeds that were dispersed. You would owe 150% of what you originally borrowed. So if you borrowed 100K, you would owe 150K instead, and that would suck. So that's why it's so important to get this right. So basically that's the major points of the loan agreement. Will I be taking this? I don't know. I'm gonna have to discuss it a little bit. Kind of think this would help a lot in the cash flow of my business, because we all know that the Amazon business is very, very cash flow intensive. And with all the delays that's been happening with shipping back then, it's been kind of carrying over. So this would be a very helpful loan, and for it being 30 years plus it's only a 3.7% interest, it's basically almost free money that you can borrow and then you could pay back. And my thought process of it is, taking the full amount is not a bad idea, because if I don't use the full amount, I could just return whatever amount I don't use. So if I only use maybe 20,000 of it, then I could just return the rest, and then I would owe only the 20,000 that I have to pay back. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I hope it gave you some insight. These are just kind of some of the real day-to-day things as a business owner that you have to deal with and look over and make business decisions. So this is kind of the reality. So you have to make decisions that are going to be helpful to your business, but also you want to make sure you only take the necessary risks, or the risks that are manageable and affordable as well. So I'm going to be going over this. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, go make that money, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.